Aloha everyone, welcome back to Yesterday in Deli, the Daily Deli Show. Let's go right over to Dog Pound Stadium in San Francisco, California to see the rematch between the Grizzlies and the Canines. This one was a shootout with Christian Vick striking first with a touchdown pass to Patrick Starr, followed by a Kalen Baker touchdown pass to Kaloni Reed to tie it at 7 to end the first. In the second quarter, it was much of the same as we saw Christian Vick hit an early touchdown pass to Chase Baez, and then he was matched by a Clutch Thompson run. After a Christian Vick interception, the Canines were able to capitalize with a Kalen Baker 20-yard touchdown to Mark Diente, but Christian Vick was able to strike again just before the half, but it wasn't quick enough as Kalen Baker had 2 plays to get down the field, and on the second, he hit Kaloni Reed for a 32-yard gain to set up Josh Fisher for a 56-yard field goal, take the lead going into the half. Christian Vick opened up the third quarter with a touchdown pass to Spud LOL to get the lead back, and a Josh Fisher field goal on the ensuing possession would cut the deficit for the Canines down to 1. Maddox Bullion would punch in a 1-yard touchdown to get the lead back up to 8, and the Canines would tie it up with a Kalen Baker touchdown pass to Mark Diente, followed by a 2-point conversion pass from Kalen Baker to Mark Diente. Devontae Bridges' run would break the tie, giving the Grizzlies a 7-point lead, but Kalen Baker would deliver on the first play of the next drive with a 76-yard touchdown pass to Kaloni Reed to tie up the game at 42. The next possession saw Antoine Vesley fumble a short pass, and the Canines would capitalize on this by driving all the way down to the red zone and eventually to the 1-yard line. Here, Clutch Thompson would try to punch it in, jump over the top, but the ball would come free, dropping straight down right into the hands of Kawan Short. However, this awful field position did not do the Grizzlies well, as Devontae Bridges on second down would try to run and would not make it out of the end zone, where he is met by Luke Castle III, who, with the safety, is able to get the lead for the California Canines 44-42. After a last-ditch effort by the Grizzlies to try to make a drive come together, they bring out the field goal unit for a 49-yard field goal, and the field goal is no good, as the Grizzlies kicker has struggled mightily all season. Let's hop over to Hanamoto Field in Tokyo Stadium, Tokyo, Japan, to see if the Japan Nobunaga will be able to continue their winning streak in their third straight home game. This one was definitely a defensive battle, as Justin Creel was definitely one of the early defenders to pop out for the Japan Nobunaga, same as John Berkeley, as in the first quarter, a strip sack was able to be turned into the first touchdown of the game to extend Japan's lead to 10 points. Later on in the first, Jacob Kicker was able to tag on 3, though, following 2 big Alex Walker Jr. passes to shrink the deficit to 7. After some more great defense by both sides, Jacob Kicker's 54-yard field goal in the second quarter was able to shrink the deficit to 4, but an Aaron Ramsdale 50-yard field goal with 3 minutes to go would push the lead back to 7 just before the half. A James Griffin and Kilo Weatherspoon traded interceptions in the third quarter would keep the score relatively the same, with the only points of the third quarter being a Jacob Kicker 55-yard field goal, but the fourth quarter was kicked off by an Aaron Ramsdale short field goal to make it the lead back to 7, but Jacob Kicker would soon strike again for his 4th field goal of the day to put the score back to 12-16. On the ensuing possession, the Hawaii Blacktips would see their first lead of the day, as Jalen Cruz would recover a fumble forced by Otto Groman on Connor Adams and return it 44 yards to the house. Aaron Ramsdale would follow that up by tying the game up, following Chris Delgado II great 30-yard pass to Steven Ryuga, who's just coming back off of injury. And that score would hold up all the way until overtime at 19-19. And overtime was back and forth, as we saw James Griffin and Jalen Cruz both just absolutely show out in this one, forcing another turnover in overtime following an Aaron Ramsdale missed field goal. Jacob Kicker would match after, though, missing a field goal himself. Eventually, an Aaron Ramsdale 55-yard field goal would win the game for the Japan Nobunaga, with John Berkeley getting player of the game honors for his big performance. In other news besides the games, we know that Jacob Stevens III has been having some beef with the Hawaii Blacktips over his benching, and there are many rumors that the veteran quarterback for next year will look to get out and try to get onto an expansion team, and it will be very interesting to see which team ends up scooping up the relative of an MVP quarterback. Another news, Wilbert Long is now back in California for the long term, as he has signed a 4-year, $16 million deal. Initial prospects rankings have dropped as well. We saw Pat Bob Spongestar coming in at first, Kai Sardi III, the quarterback, coming in at second, Kai Butler coming in third. Fourth was Josh Boston Jr. Fifth was Jacob Justice. I'm not going to list all of them, but the list is out, and definitely we will be talking way more about these prospects as the season progresses. So I hope y'all enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and see y'all.